everybody! How's it going? Lewin here at Garageband and Beyond, and I'm back with the final episode of Guitar Week. And, thank you very much, everybody. I've had a really good time doing these videos. And actually, I'm going to say right now, I have an idea, and what I want to do is have you guys ask requests to guitars you would like me to review. And what I'll do is I will go to the local music shops in the Philadelphia area, and if they have the guitars, I'll choose the top 5 guitars that I want to, the 5 guitars off the list that I get from you guys. I'll choose 5 of those, and I'll go find one, and I'll play it, and I will make a video in the store, and let you know what I think about it. This is going to be hit or miss. I don't like every guitar, so I will give you my honest opinion. If I don't like it, I'm going to say it. So anyway, let's talk about this beautiful guitar right here. This is a 1991 Martin HD28, and this is, the first really serious acoustic guitar I ever got. And this guy has been through war and back. And actually, this was the guitar Marty Schwatrtz and I used to play in an acoustic duo in college, like he mentioned in his video. And so, Marty's played this guitar a ton of times. And the name of our acoustic duo was Paper Canoe. And but it's kind of, there's nothing online about that. Although we have thought about making a MySpace page or something just so people could hear some of the old music. But anyway, let's talk about the guitar more. It has the Brazilian rosewood back, of course, this beautiful spruce top, and rosewood fretboard. Oh no, this is the rosewood fretboard. Sorry, and if you don't know the difference, there's 2 Martins that hold the 28 ending. There's always like the D28 and the HD28. And the biggest difference between the two is the bracing under the top here. Basically, in a D28, they both have the X bracing, meaning there's, there's actually a brace going like that and a brace going like that. And then there's, other tone braces inside. But the ones in the HD28, the H stands for herringbone, which talks about the inlay around the binding around the edge. But the braces themselves have been scalloped, meaning that they've been, shaped by a craftsman, by hand, and they sit there and they tap on it and they listen to the tone of the brace, and then when they get it just the way they want it, they put it, on the guitar. So the result is a much warmer, bassier sounding guitar. This is great for, it's really great for anything. I like it for finger picking, I like it for bluegrass, I like it for pretty much anything. I recently had this one set up, and it's playing better than ever, and it sounds great. There's a couple actually pretty interesting stories attached to this guitar, and I'll show you right here on the headstock. As you can see, it's missing its Martin label. And I don't know if you can really tell, but the edges of the headstock are burned. And you can look on the back here, there's some burn marks right in the top, right on the bottom, right around here and here. You can probably see that it's a little blackened. Basically what happened was I was asleep in my house, and I guess this was back in 1998, and I got woken up by my friend because our house was on fire. And so I, got out of my bedroom, and I looked into the living room where all my instruments were, and this guitar, the case was on fire. The head stock part of the case was actually on fire. So, I'm like in full panic mode, and I was like, well, it's on fire. So I picked up the case and I just threw the whole thing right out the window, and I proceeded to do that with all my instruments. Most of the cases were on fire, and I picked them up and I just threw them out the window as fast as I possibly could because the whole house was about to come down. Actually, I had a really nice acoustic bass at the time, and I could see flames coming up inside the sound hole. It was actually, kind of cool to see it, but I was very sad to lose, very sad to lose the guitar, obviously. Yeah, this is my Martin. I love this thing. It's, it's been with me a long time. Oh, I know what the other thing I wanted to say was. There's a little mark down here, and this is, this is a classic rock and roll. It's kind of hard to see. If I do like that, you can see it a little bit in the light. There's a big mark right there. And that was actually one time in college, Marty and I were playing together at a party. In Santa Fe, they do this celebration called Zozobra. And it's like a big, big festival. And we were playing at a friend of ours party, and we're sitting there, strumming along, playing our little folky tunes. And out of nowhere, this girl just like came up and pretty much just jumped right on top of me and started kissing me. And when she did, she knocked me off my chair, and my guitar went straight into, I think it was the microphone. No. This is the headstock from Marty's guitar. This was the tuner, and I think the corner of his headstock hit the top of my guitar. As I started going over, it hit his guitar, and now I have a permanent mark from Marty's Martin on my Martin. So every time I see that, I think about that moment, and it's kind of a funny personal thing. All right, so that's that for the Martin HD28. I wanted to show you guys one more guitar just because I think it's worth mentioning. There are a lot of travel guitars out there, and this is my personal favorite, the little Taylor, the baby Taylors. This is the, the 305 KGB, meaning the K stands for Koa, which is the Hawaiian wood that they use on the back. And actually you can see that they, it's matchbooked, but they do, with the CNC machine, they cut these backs out. And these are great little travel guitars. It's a little out of tune. The coolest thing about this, as far as a travel guitar goes, is right there, up on the neck. Let's see if I can get it in. La 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 la, right there. And in this fret, you can see that there's 2 screws in there. And what you can do is, you can loosen the strings. What I've done is I've loosened the strings. I've actually put like a piece of masking tape around just to hold them in place. And then you take these 2 screws out, and the whole neck comes off, and the whole thing, goes to a package about this big. And then you can just like stuff it in your suitcase or whatever, like when I've traveled, Europe, I used to bring this guitar all the time, and I would just throw it in my suitcase. And that way I didn't have to have a carry-on or anything. And it's always survived. This thing has been all over the world with me. And it's a great little guitar. I actually have this is a price sticker from a beer that I got in the Czech Republic, in Prague. And yeah, it was $31.50 actually, and that was Krones when I was in Prague. I think they use Krones. I think that's the name of their denomination. So anyway, the Baby Taylor is a wonderful travel guitar, and I highly recommend them. So anyway, that's it. Those are the last 2 guitars for Guitar Week, at least the first edition of Guitar Week. And please send in your suggestions if there's anything you would like me to go review. If you don't know if it's a good guitar or not, if you're a beginner, whatever it is, I will seek one out, and I will give you an honest review. If it's a piece of junk, I'll tell you straight up, it's a piece of junk. Don't spend the money on it. So that's it, everybody. Thank you very much for watching all the videos this week and writing your comments. I really appreciate it. And, please, I'm trying to get more people. So, post these videos on your Facebook pages or whatever you got going on in your part of the world. The more views I can get, the better. I'm really trying to get this thing going here. So thank you, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.